What's up, guys? This is Ian, coach of your Ladner Lanturn here, bringing you guys our CCBL Week 10 match against Jimmy, coach of the Los Angeles Lake Trio. I jokingly put a little Lenny face in the team builder because Jimmy is an admin in Dan's server, saying that if I won, we'd get banned. I know he's not, he's not the kind of guy to do that sort of thing. I just thought it was kind of funny. Yeah, so let's run through Jimmy's team real quick here. He has Jirachi, Hydreigon, Vaporeon, Serena, Mismagius, Sandslash, Mega Beedrill, Clefable, Heliolisk, Typhlosion, and Golisopod. I was not expecting Sandslash, Typhlosion, or Golisopod. I thought any of the other ones could come. He did not bring Clefable and Heliolisk of the things that I sort of thought might come. Clefable is kind of a problem because my Latios set was pretty much dedicated to walling Clefable. Oh my god, crippling Clefable by tricking a Choice Band onto it, but now in Team Preview I see that he's got Vaporeon, and that's kind of what I want to trick a Choice Band onto. I'm thinking the Jirachi could be Choice Scarfed, Hydreigon could be Choice Scarfed, Mismagius could be Choice Scarfed, all three of them could be Choice Scarfed for all I know. It's highly unlikely that he would bring 3 Choice Scarfed users and a Mega Beedrill, but it could happen. I have no idea what's going through my head right now. Let's talk about his priority. He did not bring Golisopod, which was most of his priority, so he only has Vaporeon with potential Quick Attack for priority. My priority is kind of negated by his Serena, which I didn't even realize until right now, to be honest. Hazard setters, he has Beedrill that could set up Toxic Spikes, Jirachi that could set up Stealth Rocks. He has Rapid Spin and Serena available to him, and Beedrill can defog. And he did bring his only 4x weakness, which is Hydreigon. To Fairy, I don't have any Fairy coverage for that, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, so right off the bat here, my Weavile set was a dedicated lead, so I'm going to lead with Weavile. I don't care what he leads. He's probably going to lead Beedrill. That makes the most sense in a lead to me, unless he's Scarf Jirachi and just U-turns out of there. I'm expecting him to U-turn out turn 1 anyways. So I'm just going to lead Weavile here, and we're going to click Fake Out, because that's why we have it. It's also take an item with Pickpocket, which does quite a bit of damage, to be honest, and I'm going to double out thinking that he's going to U-turn now into my Nidoqueen, which is actually really bad because Vaporeon in on Nidoqueen is really bad. So I'm going to go back into Latios, which is going to try and trick this thing a Choice Band, as he's going to Scald me. Hopefully it doesn't burn me because I am a physical set. He's going to go into Serena now. I just go for the safe Earthquake because thinking Jirachi is to switch into any like Dragon move or Psychic move I could go for. I think that Jirachi is probably a switch into that. But he does go into Serena, which leads me to believe that this thing is probably AV, and now he sees that we're physical, so Serena doesn't really have much of a point anymore except to wall Raichu, in my opinion. Yeah, so that's Serena, and I'm going to double out again here into my Delmise, because I can take whatever the wants to go for. Unfortunately, he U-turns into Beedrill. I know I can take a U-turn from the Beedrill, so I'm just going to go for Anchor Shot, which does a ton of damage to this Hydreigon. Yeah, and then I'm going to go for Anchor Shot again, and he's going to pick me off. I was fine with sacking Delmise there, because it seemed to me that he's not going to want to set up Stealth Rocks against me necessarily, so I'm fine with just like sacking my AV Delmise to that. We're slower than the rest of his team anyways, and I don't really want to get burned by a Vaporeon Scald regardless, so I do go Weavile here. I'm just going to click Fake Out again, I believe, because that's the best thing I can do. He goes into Wishfish, his Vaporeon, just to take the Fake Out. I'm going to double back out into Raichu here because I can get a Volt Switch off, and he goes into Serena to eat the Volt Switch. It is a Choice Specs Volt Switch, so it's going to do still a little bit, but I see that it's AV now. And Nidoqueen, even though this thing's full health, Nidoqueen does a lot. I did go for the Flamethrower, expecting him to expect my Sludge Wave and go into Jirachi. So they're about the same power. Sludge Wave probably would have done more. Regardless, this thing's AV, so it can eat a hit, and he's just going to U-turn on out of there. Back into his Vaporeon, which threatens my Nidoqueen out, so I'm going to go into my Latios again. Unfortunately, I think this Scald gets the burn. Yeah, it does. But at this point, now that I'm burned, I'm going to go back out into Weavile, hoping he doesn't Scald me again. I get the Fake Out off, and the Wish goes back onto Vaporeon, which I'm okay with. I'm going to go back out into my Latios here. I had initially doubled thinking he was going to go Hydreigon on my Latios, or like the Serena like he did last time, and so now I double back into Latios as Jimmy sets up another Wish. I go for the trick here, which is going to cripple his Vaporeon. I'm really thankful he didn't switch there. Switching something like Serena Choice Band would have been really detrimental to me, especially, or like Jirachi or something, that would have been really bad. The only other thing I could think that could be hurt by a Choice Band is Mismagius, to be honest, so I'm okay with this. I'm sacking off my Latios here now. I'm going to click Earthquake. We're no longer choice locked, and I think he's going to Jirachi again. We do get a crit, does 9 to that Serena. That was pretty standard crit. And now I'm going to click Outrage because it's the best move I have, and I get another crit, which, you know, yeah. And we sack off Latios to Serena. Those 2 crits are kind of unfortunate. Made Latios do a little bit more damage than I was expecting it to put out, but overall didn't matter in the long run. I am just going to bring out something here to clean this up. Raichu here to clean this up. It does not take a Thunderbolt. So I'm going to clean that up. And now something else has to take the Thunderbolt, which is Hydreigon, which can actually take it. So I'm going to sack off my Medicham here, or so I thought. We actually ate a Draco, apparently, and I have to click Bullet Punch because I have the feeling that he's Scarfed Hydreigon and I'm Scarfed Medicham, so I'm not going to outspeed him. I'm going to go Nidoqueen here. He gets me on the Sludge Wave prediction, or he expects me to go for the Sludge Wave, I think, because that's the only move I can hit the Hydreigon with, but I actually catch him with the rocks there. The rocks are going to cripple the Beedrill. It's also going to hinder him from U-turning a bunch of times. Going to get a bunch of chip damage off. Here I'm scared of like the Psychic move. I think. What do I go for here? Oh, I actually go for the Earth Power here. So it does get me on this prediction going back out into Hydra. I should have clicked Sludge Wave there, predicting him to U-turn, but I was scared of like a Zen Headbutt. We live the Draco, and I get the Sludge Wave off, which kills the Hydreigon. I actually had 32 HP investment. It didn't make that roll very much in my favor, but the roll was not in my favor. It was a 5 out of 16 roll that we lived that hit at the HP that we were at, and we got it, I guess? I don't know. Nidoqueen is just like bulky. I'm really enjoying using Nidoqueen, especially because of that sort of idea. We were actually an offensive Nidoqueen with rocks this week. Life Orb, Sheer Force, Nidoqueen, so if I was bulky like I was against Tiff, then maybe it would have made a little bit more of a difference. If I was like especially bulky, that actually wouldn't have been a terrible idea. Kind of regretting not making this thing like physically bulky to take on the Beedrill a little bit better, but that's okay. So now he just gets to go into whatever and clean me up for free. He's going to go out into Jirachi and kill me with Iron Head. Now I can go into Raichu for free and I get a Thunderbolt off on something. His switch in is Vaporeon, which dies to my Choice Specs Thunderbolt. Next up is the Beedrill. I cannot take any of these moves, so I'm going to go into my Weavile, which is Sashed. He goes for the Poison Jab, breaks our Sash, and we get poisoned, and we die to the poison. Kind of unfortunate, because now Raichu can't live anything, and obviously we're not faster as Choice Specs. So we do lose 3-0 to the Los Angeles Lake Trio. Not much to say about that, to be honest. If the poison doesn't happen on Poison Jab, this game is like wildly different because Beedrill dies to an Ice Shard, etc. Yeah, the game's just like wildly different. I'm not sure how much it mattered. Jimmy did say his Jirachi was Colbur and his Miss Magius was Scarf, but my Raichu was Specs. And my Raichu could have taken... It could have killed the Jirachi because we would have been faster, and we could have taken a hit from the Miss Magius and killed that. So potentially I win this game 1-0 with my Raichu. You know, it's not the end of the world. Again, we were picking up a 1-17. We picked up a win against Tiff, so we were 2-7 minus 18 coming into this, and we're now 2-8. 2-8 minus 21. So, you know, kind of around the same as where we were. I have no idea what playoffs looks like or any sort of like hopes for that, but we're going into next week. We play Quote Scribe and the Shadow Sneakers next week. Hoping to pick up a win just for my own sanity. I was 4-0 this week. Hoping to go 5-0. Could have picked it up against Jimmy, unfortunately we didn't. So yeah, that's the idea. Yeah, and I guess I'll see you guys for week 11 against Quote Scribe and the Shadow Sneakers.